Welcome to Walker's Cooking with Wine. I'm Lynn.
I'm Shannon.
And we're here tonight to prepare a Top Chef meal for you from Blue Apron.
And it is the spiced rub pork with sweet red onion and black beans. And this recipe we are so thrilled to have because it is from Brooke Williamson, who was the Top Chef Season 14 winner. So she graciously created this recipe, and Blue Apron has sent it to their customers. And again, we are thrilled to be cooking something like this, and we're ready to start. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're going to start it. All right, so we already have everything laid out. I like to have it all set up with the pans and everything, the oven, the convection's on. We're getting it up to speed, and then over here, if you notice the bowls, we got these bowls from Blue Apron itself. We love them. They're great, easy to clean, very easy to use when you're prepping your food and getting all ready to go. So over here, I'm going to start, and you take the pork out, which we've already done. We've already dried it with a paper towel, salt and peppered it. And the spice that comes in, oh, let me tell you what the spice is. Or why don't you tell them while I'm doing it? You tell them what the spices are.
I can't read it.
You can.
Okay.
Hold it back far enough.
Hold it back far if you said. Okay, it's ground
I don't know how you say that. Go ahead.
guajillo. I don't know. Chili, ground cumin, garlic powder, ground coriander, and ground chipotle pepper. Mix it all together.
One thing that I found easy is to get a Ziploc bag, and then you just put it in here, and that way it's going to evenly coat the meat. So we do this, and the other thing that I love about Blue Apron is that the spices come pre-measured, which is a time saver, plus you're not out in the store buying a big old bottle of something that maybe you won't ever use again.
Welcome, Hannah.
This is Hannah. This is our Rottweiler.
She loves cooking Blue Apron as well.
Yes, she does.
She can hear carrots being sliced a mile away.
I'm a good girl. She's a good girl.
All right, time for a carrot.
All right.
All right.
So what we're going to do now is we got some olive oil in this frying pan here. And this is a great thing to do with any meat that you're going to bake, where you're going to sear it. And what that does is keeps all the juices inside, and so your meat won't dry out in the oven. So we're going to sear this on all four sides. Let me get it up a little bit hotter. And where's the recipe card?
It's right here.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
All right, so we turn it around the back. And you can go on and tell them what we've used or what we have over
All right.
here.
Today's ingredients are going to include 1 pork roast, 1 1/4 cups of black beans, 2 cloves of garlic, a red onion, and a bunch of cilantro. And within the knick-knack, we have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of honey, tablespoon of roast pork spice blend, which is already on the pork, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 1/2 teaspoon of light brown sugar. Now, here we go. Let's sear that meat.
And the other nice thing that we like about Blue Apron on the front, for this recipe, it tells us about Brooke and about her background, where her restaurant is. And the other thing that it usually does is, especially if you're cooking something that's from Japan or Africa, or it tells you the background. So it gives you a little bit of history of where the spice of the meal came from, how it originated. It's pretty neat. We like looking that up as we're cooking to see what the history is about, whether it's the meal or whether it's the spice that we're cooking with. And this is almost seared. And if you want to start cutting up the onion,
Okay.
the next thing we're going to prepare is the onion. and you're actually you have one large red onion, and you're gonna cook it you're gonna chop it 2 different ways. So if you want to pan right on over there, watch him cut that.
I'm going to cut off, discard the ends, take the skin off. People trying to contact me to get this recipe is what it is on my phone.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Calls for half of the onion to be cut into 1-inch pieces to be roasted. All right, Shannon, I'm going to pass these over to you.
All right, now they actually go into that bowl.
In the bowl? Mm-hmm.
Yep, in the bowl right. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep, and then I'll add.
Set these right over here.
All right.
And for the other half, it's diced up, so I'm going to go ahead and dice this up.
All right, and then what we're gonna do with the onion, and you can see how Henna loves to lay right where we have to straddle her. This is every time. So he's chopped up the onions, the big chunks, and we're gonna roast those along with the pork. So we're gonna put some salt, and I use sea salt, and then black pepper. And then I'm pretty sure it says drizzle it with some olive oil. Let me just make sure. Where is it? Yep, so we're gonna add some olive oil, and that's gonna help keep it from sticking to the pan. Now the other thing it told you to do, which we did, was we put some aluminum foil over the pan. So that way it will also help easy clean up. When it comes time to clean up, we're going to mix this around, make sure it gets coated real well. All right, and then we're just going to unstraddle the dog and come over here and just put it on this half.
I wonder if anybody else has to straddle the dog while they fix it.
I don't know. But she's a good girl. She's a good dog.
If you haven't tried it, you need to. It's fun.
Yep, she likes to be wherever we are.
It's like cooking and playing Twister all at the same time.
It is. Oh, Daddy dropped something.
She got some onions.
That's not, I don't think it's good for him.
It's just a small piece.
All right, so I'm gonna go on and pop this in the oven. And we're gonna put it on the middle shelf. And
You're
then
going
I'm
to showcase your purple oven?
Yes, the inside. Woo! Inside of our oven. And now I am going to cook time. It's 22 minutes. Start. All right. And then as soon as he's done with, you can put them right over here if you want.
All right, we'll do.
We are going to, yep, I got the butter in here. We want the diced onion. I got the butter already melted. Hannah. Goodness.
Waiting to attack.
And now we're going to carefully,
So the henna doesn't get any more.
yeah. All right, and we're going to caramelize the onion, which is going to give it a sweet flavor. I'm going to put this up a little bit. Okay. Let that cook. Mix in with the butter. And it's going to, we're going to cook it till the onions have a really, really soft consistency. And later, we're actually going to add that to the beans after we cook them. And it's just a really, really good flavor. So we're going to add, of course, a little bit of salt in here. pepper. Goodness in there. And let's see. So we're caramelizing the onions. We'll cook this for 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'm going to add the brown sugar and a half a cup of water. The other thing that I really like to do is if we use water, I will go in and have the cup out, so I just cook that much quicker. It's really a good the way Blue Apron does it, how they have everything pre-measured. They send you everything. We were at a point where it was really hard. We both work full time, and since your microphone, we both work full time, and I think it was a year and a half ago, I was playing for a local community theater for a musical. So I was gone almost every night, and I would go from work to playing the piano. And I didn't have time to cook. I didn't have time to go to the grocery store or anything. So a friend of mine there told me about this Blue Apron. So I thought, well, that's pretty cool. They actually deliver everything to you. So we love the fact that we're getting the fresh vegetables, we're getting the exact amount of spice we need. We don't have to go to the grocery store, every week. We just go there probably every other week just to get staples that we need. And the only thing that you need for cooking Blue Apron is your extra virgin olive oil and salt and pepper and water occasionally. Everything else, even if you need a small bit of milk, they send you that. You need butter, they send you that. So it's great. I love it. It's a huge time saver. And it's also fun that we do together in the kitchen. Wouldn't you say so, Lynn?
Absolutely. And you know what? I have a lot of frustration built up, so I need to smash some garlic.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Smash that
I'm
garlic.
going to take out my frustration.
And that, smashing it like that before you mince it actually releases the oils and releases the flavor into the garlic.
And we have tools to do this that are made for smashing garlic, but you know what? I like the old school way of doing it. That smells good.
Here she is. What are you getting?
Well, I've been throwing carrots out for her, so she's been enjoying some carrots. Ready for another carrot, girl? Here we go.
Oh.
There you go. Ready? All right.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at that
Oh! Just kidding.
I thought, oh
See,
my
you
God.
can even fool the cameraman. Now, next time I'll probably lose a digit and he'll sit there and laugh at me. Say, sorry, old man, you just got to lay there and bleed to death. All right.
I just believed you would be that bad to make a mistake.
No, Blue Apron has helped me to become a professional sous chef. Even though,
In-home sous chef. Professional in our house sous chef.
yeah, in our house, yeah.
Because he was telling somebody the other day he was a sous chef, and they're like, "You're a sous chef?" We're like, "Well, no, at our house."
I'm a legend in
his
my own
mind.
mind. All right, where would you like your garlic, dear?
I would like it right here in this pan.
All right, it's coming right your way.
Cooking, so we're gonna cook this garlic.
She's just watching.
All right.
All right, if you would like to use this and stir the garlic around, sweetheart.
All right. I would love to.
I knew you would. Because right now, Trevor, if you want a pan over here. All right, we got the
No pun intended.
Smells really good with the onions cooking in the butter. All right, so we've done the butter, salt, and pepper, and now we're gonna add a half a cup of water. And then it's 1.5 teaspoons of the brown sugar, light brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
And we're gonna let that cook. Let's see, all right, we did this, and that's gonna cook about 11 to 13 minutes.
Right about the time the pork's gonna be ready to come out.
Yep, so we're,
Amazing how that works.
it is.
like leftover popcorn on camera. With the butter.
Yeah, it does, a little bit does. But it smells so much better than leftover popcorn. All right.
Alright, so now we've got the garlic. We need to do salt and pepper on the garlic. And, you know, you'll see throughout the recipes that you'll be salting and peppering as it goes. And that's because it's layering with the flavors. You don't want to wait until the very end and then put salt and pepper on it. You want the salt and pepper to help bring out the flavors in each layer that you're cooking. So, all right, then let me see. We're adding the...
You're going to need a quart of the cilantro, I do believe, if I read that correctly.
Yes.
All right.
After it's all cooked, but you can go in and cook this. You can go in and chop up the cilantro now.
I'm going to chop up cilantro.
All right. So this has been about, it says 30 seconds to a minute. So now we're going to add the beans. And we've already drained and rinsed them because you want to get all the starchy stuff off them. So put the beans in there. And let them cook, and again you want to add a little bit of salt. And some pepper to layer that in there. And in this recipe for the cilantro that he's chopping up, that you can chop up all the cilantro, the stems and everything. Some recipes they'll just want you to pull the leaves off, but with this one, you get to chop up all of it.
All right, now we want 1/4 of it.
Not yet. Yeah.
Oh,
Later.
not yet?
Yeah, not
Okay.
yet. Not yet.
I'll go ahead and separate it, have it ready to
I
go.
want to separate it.
All right, separation now. Here we go.
Separate. All right, so these are going to cook for about 3 or 4 minutes. The other thing, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. The other thing that Blue Apron has done for us is I have cooked with vegetables, fruits, spices that I've never even heard of. So it's really opened up our culinary experience to things that, I mean, Raz has not, there's some spice that is
Endive.
really good. Endive.
I thought that was something you did at the pool. The endive.
One thing is, I'll let you hold that.
I'll hold the mic. Let me hold that for you.
One thing, we love cilantro, fresh cilantro. Didn't realize how much I loved it until Blue Apron. And I will have to admit, even though it's embarrassing, and but I have to confess that until Blue Apron, I never ever had fresh garlic.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Oh, this is true.
Because it's easier buying it in the minced jar, right? And then you just use a teaspoon, easy. I don't have to chop it.
But it's a world of difference in the flavor.
It is so much difference. I never would have believed that if somebody, and I kept hearing that, and I'm like, yeah. But I never used fresh ginger before, Blue Apron. And what else? And I've used fresh onions before, sorry. But for time and safety, I always bought the diced onions already diced in the freezer, that are in the freezer section. And I'd have those in the freezer and just pop them into stews and everything just because it was easy.
It's so much more fun to cut up the onion and cry as you cut up the onions. It is more
You
fun.
didn't cry there,
A
though.
little bit. I was a little sad, but I had to think happy thoughts and just so I wouldn't cry.
But it really is. It's just convinced us that cooking with fresh ingredients, it just makes so much difference. The other thing that I never tried before, and I think, let me cook this right, is tomatillas. Tell me about tomatillas.
Oh, tomatillas. Yeah, we had a recipe that
This is our very first recipe with Blue Apron. It had
did.
tomatillas. I didn't know what the
Tomatillas.
heck it was.
it's like a little green tomato with a husk on the outside. You peel the
No
husk
clue.
off and you start cutting up. It's like miniature green tomatoes. And the dish was phenomenal. And we realized, hey, this is how they make that verde salsa that one of our favorite Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
And so we ended up with the recipe for the salsa, and now we make our own verde salsa, and it is
All
nothing
right.
but the best.
So now I'm going to add the half cup of water. And it's half of the apple cider vinegar, so it's 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in there. And then a teaspoon of honey.
Would you call me?
Honey.
Oh, thank you.
And so the other thing that's really cool is that you might say, like we did, what the heck's a tomatilla? I don't even know how to say it. And I don't even know how you're supposed to do anything with it. Like, it's a husk. I didn't know. It has details. Blue Apron puts in there what you do. How you take the husk off, how you then rinse it off, and how you cut it. So, and there's also, you can go online to Blue Apron and ask questions, and there's other recipes you can download as well.
You ready for the cilantro in there?
I am not, sweetheart. It's gonna.
I'm jumping
That's
the gun.
yeah. That's after it's done cooking.
Cooking,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We
I
don't
need to
put
read
it in.
the...
That's why you're just the sous chef.
That's why I'm just a
That's
sous
why
chef.
you're just a sous chef.
I'll always
and
be a
I'm
sous
the
chef.
head chef.
You are the head chef. Old queen of the kitchen.
But we like the recipe cards. They're nice and big.
Colorful. Show you exactly how to cut everything,
And
how it
see,
should
like
look.
it's showing you how to sear. It's showing you how to put it on your aluminum foil on the pan. So it gives you step-by-step instructions, which we love.
Takes away all the guesswork.
And then it gives you a picture of what it's supposed to look like, so that way you can make sure that's what it looks like. And the other thing that I really love is that you can keep these. They're almost laminated, sort of. And I'll show you. We keep ours in here.
We have hundreds of them.
I have a lot because we've been with Blue Apron for a very long, almost 2 years. Like this July, it'll be 2 years, I think, for this June.
Lots and lots of recipes that we use over and over again.
And I do pictures of our meals on Facebook and hashtag.
Just to tease everybody.
I've given, I get the free, somebody gives you their email, they can get a free meal with Blue Apron, $20 off their week's purchase. So it's, we just love it. And the other thing I like is that if it's a recipe, if we're going out of town, or let's say it's a recipe, I'm the picky eater. So if it's stuff that I don't think I'll like, then I'll opt out. So there's no real requirement. You just go on the schedule and you can see 4 weeks ahead of time, and you can say, hey, yeah, I want this, no, I don't want this, oh, we're going to be out of town this weekend. So I really like that fact that you can do that.
Pick and choose.
Pick and choose what you want.
Is the pork ready to...
Nope, 7 more minutes.
Oh, okay. There it is. I see the timer there.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to let this cook down. It's got to cook a little bit. Let me put that up a little bit more.
I'm going to get over here and stir this caramelizing onions over.
It smells great.
It does. It's so easy, even a caveman could do it.
Speaking of,
Oh, and for those of you who don't know, it's our son Trevor's holding he's videotaping it for us.
Yes, thank you, Trevor.
Because we tried the first time, it was really hard to hold the phone, and
they don't understand technology.
yeah, you know, he's a
Yeah.
computer YouTube expert, so he knows how to do all this stuff, so.
Just fine.
But, so we, what else? So how do you like cooking? Do you like doing this? Before Blue Apron, only time you were ever in the kitchen was when I was cooking a big soup or something and I needed
Yeah, I
help
would help
cutting
you with
stuff
the
up.
soup, or I could
But-
make the mac and cheese. But now,
But
and
now,
I'll fry the eggs. But now, have fun with every meal. There's not a meal that we have had that we did not have fun in the kitchen while we were preparing it. It's a good time. So you got to make sure that you love and trust the one that you're going to be with, because sharp knives are involved, and you do not want an argument to ensue where, yeah, that just wouldn't turn out.
No.
The meal would not turn out like it is on the front of the laminated paperwork here. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. Trust me.
And then that way, the woman isn't sitting in the kitchen trying to do everything herself. For couples, I mean, I think it's great because I think you said earlier when we were talking about it, it was better than going to a movie. I mean,
This is
fun
as much entertainment as going to a movie.
Spending time together.
Except this is more quality, it's more involved. Sometimes I go to a movie and I sit there for 2 hours and I think, that's 2 hours of my life I just wasted that I'll never get back.
No, you just fall asleep.
I was going to say, or he falls asleep.
Yeah, that's how bad the movies
Every
usually are
movie.
for me. It would be very dangerous if I fell asleep in the kitchen with all the hot pans and boiling water and sharp knives. So
Yes.
I stay awake in here and I have a good time.
Even though she
Yeah, we
sleeps.
bored her to tears and she's out.
But she's got to be right in the middle of us.
Yes, there you go. Huh?
Oh, she's such a good girl.
She is a good girl. But if there's any guys out there watching this video and you're thinking, man, I would hate doing that, my challenge to you is to give it a shot. Just try it one time. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And Blue Apron, like I said, they just make it so easy.
All right, we're down to 4 minutes on the
Yep, and I think what we can
roast.
start doing now is turn these off.
red
And then
cilantro.
we combine, hang on. Alright, so we've done this, we've added the beans, turn off the heat, a little bit more salt and pepper.
All right, layer that salt and pepper in.
Yep, remember don't do a whole lot because you're going to be layering it throughout. You don't want it to be too salty, but you want to give enough salt that helps bring the flavor out and seasons everything right. Alright, so I'm going to put some more of that in there, and then, let's see, then I think I just add, yep, you can go on and put your cilantro in here.
All right.
So I'm going
I'm
to
going to lay
add
the mic down right here. It'll still pick up, I think.
I think it will. I think it's a directional mic. Or should I do it this way?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very awkward.
Yeah.
Here come those.
It's very awkward.
You can see it better and it's fun.
But see, in that, it's a pretty pink color. Let me get all of this out of here.
Obviously, this is better than switching with the pot, which hand the pot's in.
What was that?
Well, I'm right-handed, so I
Yeah,
think
geez.
it would be a little. I think it'd be a little more awkward if I tried to
It
scoop
would.
it out with my left hand.
All right, 1 quart of cilantro coming in. Ta-da. All yours.
So then we're just gonna,
We're almost there.
stir this together. And the cilantro smells so good. And the other thing I like is the fact that with the Blue Apron recipes you use different things like cilantro. In my mind, I'm thinking that's just for Mexican food, but this isn't really a Mexican dish. And so putting it with the onions and the beans. Well, I guess black beans is a Mexican dish. But,
Beans is.
but I would never think of putting cilantro with beans.
yeah.
I mean, but we use cilantro. It's called chicken udon soup, udon noodle soup, which is I think it's a Japanese noodle udon.
It
Yes.
sounds
Okay.
Japanese.
So, but it's cooked with a dried lime, which looks like a big old walnut. I mean, but it's a dried lime, and you keep that in the pot while you're cooking it, the soup, and then you add cilantro, and man, the cilantro just gives it such a good flavor. I love the cilantro.
And so many of the dishes use lime or lemon or lime zest or lemon zest, and that just really brings out the flavor of so many different dishes.
And that's something I never did before either. I never had a zester, and whenever I needed lime or lemon zest, I would buy it in the little spice things because it was just easier. And now we have our little microplane zester, that we love using, and we actually buy extra. Can't put it back in.
And for
Extra
you guys,
limes and lemons. We
for
keep
you
in
guys,
there.
if you get those rough spots on your foot,
Oh
that
my
zester.
No.
Oh, I'm not supposed to use it for
No.
that. Oh, well, it will make your feet nice and soft.
No. Anyway, I always keep extra limes and lemons in my fruit drawer, so because I like to use extra. I just love using the lemon zest, and like I said, I never realized the difference of using fresh ingredients, including spices, that I do since Blue Apron. So we really appreciate it, and thank Blue Apron for giving us opportunity to do this and figure it out. Ooh, that looks good. All right, I'm gonna put this up just a little bit. Just over here. All right, and then
Here
we're
we go.
gonna
Now I can
put
transfer.
this here, and then I transfer to a cutting board. You want to let it rest. Anytime you pull the meat out,
It's tired, so you have to let it rest for a few minutes. Oh, that's looking good. Okay.
all right, so he's gonna take that
All
over
right, there
there.
it is. Mm.
We've
Just
got
sit,
the
sit right over
onions.
here and rest, okay? All right, just take it easy for a few. All right. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we're gonna take these onions. I knew there was something else I was supposed to do. How do I turn this off? We're gonna take the onions. We're gonna put them back in this bowl. This is the bowl they originally in with the olive oil. And then we've got 1 tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar that we're gonna put on there. And I know it sounds really strange, but it is very good. It brings out something with the onions. I'm not sure what it brings out, but it's very, very good. Let me get some of this right here.
It brings out the best.
It brings out the best.
Yeah, the very best.
The very best. I'm gonna get some of this.
That's some good
And
stuff
then,
there.
do you want to get the plate?
I will get a plate.
And for some of our meals, we've actually been able to get like a third meal out of it, especially with pasta. With the pasta dishes, that he'll take it meal for lunch the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the dishes that they make in a casserole dish, we usually have enough where you can take some the next day. And this is the 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. We're gonna pour that in there. These are part of those little Blue Apron dish bowls that I love.
One mix
I love. They use them on all the cooking shows, and when we started doing Blue Apron, I thought I need some of those.
Makes me feel professional.
It does. And then the frying pan I got from Blue Apron as well. Our other frying pan was just one I got at a grocery store. Sorry, but it was a non-stick and it was okay, but it seemed like everything splattered when I cooked it, and I didn't know why. And I thought, well, let me invest in get a nice frying pan, and where better to get it from Blue Apron. So. All right, so now
Think that pork's been roasting long enough?
I don't know how long has it been roasting.
Oh, maybe like 2-3 minutes, 4
I'm trying
minutes.
to see where it says how long. It says 5 minutes.
Oh, well.
So we got
We'll
a
let it
couple
rest.
more
Let it
minutes.
rest a little bit longer.
All right, we're gonna add a little bit more salt and pepper to the onion that we just put the apple cider. Bring out all those flavors. Mix that up. If you want to stir that up some more.
All right.
But it couldn't be easier cooking with Blue Apron. They give you everything step by step. Like I said, there's even online help if you need help while you're cooking with something to figure out what to do. And then the best of all, what we do is we keep these, as you could see earlier. And then on maybe a week that, you know, something just doesn't sound right to me, and I think, oh, I'd rather not do that, then we'll go in here, we'll pull 3 of our favorite recipes, go to the grocery store, buy all the ingredients, and let me say right now that you are getting such a deal with the, you know, $59 for the 3 recipes and the meals for 2, because when we try and go and recreate it, of course you're buying the spice, you know, the whole container, not just what you need. And it costs more than $59 to go to the store and get this, but and not everything it can be found. I've had to, a few things I've had to order like somewhere else because they don't have it at the local grocery store. So that's the other thing that's really cool about keeping these. And all right, so
It's been resting long enough now.
I think so.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this on here. And I'll put this on the bottom. And that smells so good. All right, and then you're gonna watch him. And how do you want to slice it on the
Against the grain.
against the grain? Right. All
Cilantro.
right. Yep.
Onion,
the
onion,
I'm
and
gonna do the
cilantro.
onions first. Where'd I put them? All right, onions. All right, and I'm gonna put some of these just right on top. And
Cilantro.
cilantro. And give it a little bit of color.
Yeah, it looks so much like this picture right here. Other than the way I laid my meat out the way I want to lay it out.
Yes,
They
you
laid
did.
it. But
Yes,
look at
you
that.
did.
Look at that. There it is.
All right, so thank you so much. I'm going to get my wine. We're going to cheers. We're going to do cheers. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for Blue Apron for giving us this opportunity. We have fun every time we cook, and we are thrilled to be able to send this video to y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.